So let's move on to the next question, guys. In this question, we are given that in a demographic study, the population and the total income of a certain region were estimated from other data, and both estimates had upper and lower limits. The lower limit for the estimate of the population was 330,000. The lower limit for the estimate of the total income was this number, right? And then we are asked to compare the per capita income of the region and the number 16,500, right? So tell me one thing firstly, what is per capita income? So per capita income, I hope this is kind of pretty basic. So the per capita income is equals to the total income upon the total number of people living in that region, basically, right? So that means total income upon total people. So this is the per capita income, right? So that means whatever the total income is, you divide by the total number of people, and then you will get the per capita income. So we know that the total income is given by this number and the total population is given by this number, right? So the lower limit, I'll talk about that in a while. So this comes out to be what? 5 500 0 0 0 0 0 0 upon this is 330,000. So 3 zeros start 0 0. So 11 threes are 33, 11 fives are 55, 0 0 0 0. Yeah. So this will come out to be approximately 500,000 divided by 3, which is 16 threes are 48. So this will be around 16,666, something like this. I mean, you can solve this later. So what I mean is that the per capita income is total income upon total people. So if you divide the total income divided by the total population, so you get 16,666. I'll just write it a little bit. 16,666 point, something of this sort, right? And we were given in the question that 16,500. So many people will write the answer A because this answer comes out to be 16,600 something. This is 16,500. So obviously this is greater. So people will write A. But the point here is that you have to note the lower limit. It is specifically mentioned that the lower limit of the population and the lower limit of the income, which means that, for example, these are the two numbers, right? So this is the lower limit. That means this income can be much more greater. Instead of the number 55 over here, it can be 100, right? Then in that case, this number will be even greater than this, because if you increase the numerator and if you keep the denominator same, then the overall value will become much more greater, right? So for example, right now the value is 16,600. So in that case, if we increase the numerator, that is if we increase the income, and if we keep the people same, then the value will increase a lot. That means it will be much more greater than 16,600. So in that case, the answer will still be A. Then in that case, the answer will still be A, because right now 16,600 is greater than 16,500, and if we increase the numerator, then the value will become even greater than this. So obviously the value will automatically be greater than this, right? But now you take the other case. For example, if you increase the total people, because we know that 330,000 is a lower limit, which means there can be much more people than this. So for example, if we keep the total income same and we increase the total number of people, for example, instead of 330,000 we have 900,000 people, for example, that means the total income remains the same. I mean, that is one possibility. And the total people increases to some value, maybe 900,000, maybe 800,000 or whatever. Then in that case, the entire value of this will become much more smaller, because the numerator remains the same and the denominator becomes very big. So if the denominator becomes very big, then the entire value reduces a lot. Then in that case, the value which we will get will be less than 16,500. If we keep the numerator same, and if we increase the denominator a lot, then the value will be very small, and it can be even less than 16,500. So in that case, the answer will become B. So basically, if we increase the numerator and keep the denominator same, we will get A. If we keep the numerator same and increase the denominator, then we will get the answer B. So sometimes the answer is A, sometimes the answer is B. So the final answer will be D. So I hope this should be very clear, simple, just requires a basic sense of, like math, basic common sense. I hope this should be clear.